You open a browser, type a question, and get your answer in half a second. No bill arrives, no subscription reminder, and no payment screen. Google performs this frictionless service roughly 8 billion times a day for anyone with an internet connection. Running the infrastructure behind those daily searches requires immense physical mass. Maintaining undersea cables, paying thousands of engineers, and powering endless rows of servers costs tens of billions of dollars every single year. Companies that spend tens of billions of dollars a year without charging their users tend to disappear. Yet Alphabet, Google's parent company, generates $400 billion in annual revenue. Google operates its suite of free digital tools as high-capacity intake funnels. Every search, map, and document captures a stream of behavioral data that fuels the company's real business model. In this economic model, the user is the inventory. Your attention is the product on the shelf, and we're going to slow down a single half-second search to reveal the machinery that packages and sells it. The process begins the moment you type a phrase like "compare health insurance quotes" into the search bar. You are declaring an immediate, high-value commercial intent. Within milliseconds, language models parse the query for specific meaning. The system identifies that you are in the active process of deciding where to spend money, making this specific moment of attention highly valuable to a buyer. This declaration of intent instantly triggers an automated, real-time advertising auction. The entire process resolves before the results page even begins to render on your screen. This is a generalized second price auction. The winner pays exactly 1 cent more than the runner-up. Bid $1 against Birdie 5 cents, you win and pay 36 cents. This incentivizes advertisers to honestly reveal their true value without fear of overpaying. While an individual click might cost an advertiser only a few dollars, the aggregate volume of 8 billion daily searches sustains a $400 billion annual operation. Google is an advertising marketplace. Search is simply the mechanism used to gather and auction off human intent at a global scale. If the highest bidder always won, irrelevant results would flood the top of the page. Users would quickly lose trust and search less frequently, eventually destroying the inventory Google sells to its customers. To protect the experience, Google uses a quality score. This visual equation multiplies a bid by a relevance rating to determine ad rank. A highly relevant ad can financially beat a richer, low-quality competitor. Relevance directly reduces the price of admission. After you click an ad, behavioral tracking systems log exactly what happens next. They measure how long you stay on the page and whether your question was actually answered. This tracking extends far beyond the search bar. Products like the Android operating system and Chrome function as a net, capturing behavioral data across the entire digital landscape. This creates a data flywheel. More user data improves search quality, which attracts more users, permanently starving competitors of the query volume they need to train their own systems. Massive investments in Android or YouTube, or calculated moves to build an inescapable system. By controlling a platform, Google ensures it is always the intermediary whenever a human being wants to find something. The half-second timeline ends with the revenue payout. Some profits are reinvested into data centers, while billions are paid as traffic acquisition costs to manufacturers like Apple to keep Google as the default search engine on your phone. Generative AI presents the first structural threat to this model. Conversational systems can provide answers directly, allowing users to bypass the search results page and the advertising auctions that live there. This shift starves Google of ad inventory while simultaneously increasing costs. Running an AI-generated response consumes roughly 800 times more energy per query than a standard search. Legal threats are also mounting. Federal judges have targeted the multi-billion-dollar default placement contracts that funnel mobile users to Google, potentially dismantling their primary distribution network. The Department of Justice has moved to force the sale of Google's ad exchange. Severing this connection would end their control over the infrastructure that powers display advertising across the broader internet. Internationally, the European Union is forcing Google to implement choice screens. This mandate actively erodes their guaranteed distribution by allowing users to select competing search engines on Android and Chrome. Despite this increasing friction, Google remains the most profitable toll booth of global commerce. It structures how information flows and how commercial intent is matched with supply. The next time you open a browser, remember the invisible machine your question triggers. Your attention is the prize, and an advertiser is currently placing a bid to win it.